nectar for the ears. For those who release just a single drop of that nectar, even once, their dedication to material quality and duality is ruined. This is one measure. This is one measure. The quality of our hearing. What do you mean by we hear? I've been saying this, that I do not agree with what is. So we have heard much, we have heard a lot, we know much. And so you don't know him, you have not heard it. You have not heard it. Many such persons have suddenly given up their wretched homes and families, and themselves becoming wretched, traveled here to Vrindavan to wander about like birds, begging for their living. This is madness. Is it not? This is madness. Lord Krishna said, one who has been honored, dishonor is worse than death. The worse than death. So, a person who has been a minister, a big minister, with a lot of opulence, all varieties of opulence is there, and you willingly, consciously, not something is pushing you, you consciously abandon that to come and wear a cropping, living under a tree. Is that normal? Is that normal? How do you call it? How do you call that? Didn't hear? Didn't hear my question? I will not repeat it. I don't want to repeat it.
Someone is insane, then somebody will do something like this.
I thought I was speaking to.
Go.
In this verse, Radha says, but what is so remarkable about our suffering after establishing a relationship with Krishna? After all, just narrations of Krishna's pastime create sorrow for the entire universe. Just here. Just narrations of Krishna's pastimes. To hear about Krishna's pastimes create sorrow for the entire world. Srimati Rani said, just hearing about the pastimes of Krishna performed at every moment is nectar for the ears. What to speak of? The joy one gets by understanding their meaning. Even one drop of this nectar completely destroys the propensities of duality and the propensities of mutual friendship between women and men. Just one drop. Krishna's pastimes. Create havoc. In the hearts of those who hear. That is what is happening with the gopis. They cannot stop hearing about Krishna. Why? Because they heard of it. This is what is meant by hearing. Rukmini Devi said the same thing to Krishna. In a letter she wrote to Krishna, she explained herself. Lord Krishna, don't think that I'm just a shameless girl looking for a boy. The problem is that anyone who hears about you becomes a man like me. So I made a mistake to hear about you. So as I made a mistake, I have a fault. You also have a fault. It's not only my fault. Whoever hears about you becomes restless like me. That is your nature. You make people restless. So I made a mistake to hear about you. Right? Your name is very dangerous for those who hear. They will become mad people. If a woman hears discussion about Krishna, she immediately gives up affection for her husband. And if a husband hears about Krishna, immediately he will also give up affection for wife. Not only that. If the children hear, they will give affection for the parents. If the parents hear, they will give affection for the children. This is Krishna's nature. That is hearing. One who hears will have this situation. This is a test to know where we are in Krishna consciousness. Are we really hearing? If we are really hearing, this will happen. Right? It's not philosophy. Just speaking philosophy, this is the reality. One will reject everything. If a mother hears about Krishna, she loses all affection for all her children. Thus, by this mutual rejection, they all become totally ruined. Ruination is there for those who hear about Krishna. What does that mean? It means that our material life is finished. That's what it means. We don't have more material life. So I want to change this station on the other side. So you can put the hearing is different. Hearing is different. One will never think of anything else. It's only Krishna. This is hearing. And I have had this will become my experience. To be seriously agitated to hear that. The Krishna have captured me. The heart is breaking. But in the rumination, there is not as much misery as in renunciation, as evidenced by the experience of ordinary society. Though the people who develop a taste for Krishna's pastimes are soft-hearted, they also become hard-hearted, merciless, and ungrateful after hearing the pastimes of hard-hearted Krishna. Just by hearing about Krishna, they immediately give up their homes and families, including even their parents and sisters-in-law, who then suffer with no other means of support and without even enough money for the next day's food. When Krishna plays the flute, the gopis abandoned, according to Swami, some they were having their babies, and they were breastfeeding, to drop the baby. Some were sleeping with their husband and jumped out of the bed. Where are you going? No answer. Same with the bathroom, they come up with the soap on their body. You might have to clothe them. When you come from the bedroom, how will you look like? Fully dressed? You might have to put them dressed, have to dress them properly. When they came before Christ, they were nicely dressed. Because you did that to call them. And you might also prepare the ground that the thorns didn't disturb them. And even if they fall, they faint on the ground, they will not be hurt. So you might perfectly made arrangement. This is prayer. And nothing will have any meaning, only Krishna. So Swami said, they don't have any power within their body to there's no other direction, they have only one direction, no single strength left in them to think of anything. They have to go straight on Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. When Swarupa Goswami said, when pure love of God descends, what happened? One is devoid, 100% devoid. Devoid means 100% devoid of karma, gyan. And what? Adi. Adi includes yoga. Adi means mothers, like yoga. That's what it means. So now we check. Do I still have attraction for anything else but Krishna? Measure. Actually, measure. How do you know? I'm telling you now. Yes, that is a problem. We don't hear. That is a problem. Yes. We don't hear, so we don't get it. If you hear it. So we hear this word, ruin. It's a very terrible word. Ruin means you're destroyed completely. Made useless completely. No value. What does that mean? Material life is useless. We are not materially useless, but we are spiritually awake, fully awake. This Krishna consciousness, we are ready to give up anything, everything for Krishna. Or else they abandon their families who are distraught by this separation and give them up to death with an offering of kusha grass and water. Alas, alas, even if we disregard their wives and children, may die. Even they themselves fail to become happy. They are penniless after leaving their families due to having forgotten to tie up even a few coins in their clothes, because meditation of the mind while living. Nothing left with me. This is not the case of one man, or two, or just 3 or 4 people. This has been the case with countless hundreds and thousands of people. If the alternate Dhira is taken instead of dinner, it means in spite of seeing their wife cry, they are unmoved or hard-hearted. See, that is Swami. How did he become what we see going on today? See, that's Swami. As you get to where he is and you appreciate. So do this one.
He saw the bird.
Lizard.
Yeah. Not lizard, wall gecko. There is a difference between wall gecko and lizard. Lizard is outside, wall gecko is inside. He was holding his own baby and he was thinking. And the wall gecko fell down. Tender, first fell down. Which means his situation. It means his situation where he is. The tender baby is like his own baby. His baby was on the lap, nobody. And we were looking at that. Oh, how will this baby survive? And the flag just picked an egg. Dropped his baby. And he went away. How do you call that? Hard-hearted. Doesn't care. Unmoved. They are unmoved or hard-hearted. Yes. This is Bhakti. But it may be questioned, how do they maintain their lives? Look at another place. Like birds. They live by begging, just collecting small amounts of wheat and their grains, rather than taking substantial charity from one person. The word Iva is often used instead of Iha. In that case, it means they come begging here in Vrindavan, the place of suffering, and suffer even more in our association. Vrindavan is the place for suffering. What does it mean? They abandoned their populous house in Delhi, right? Go by other places, then they come here to do what? Bhikshu. And to beg. Go and beg. You give her a palace to come and beg. Right? See, some of us will left a opulent house. You come and start running around to rent a room to send them. No water, no light. But in the house, you have a generator standing like that. In Mauritius, you have everything. You have everything. Car is there, office is there, house is there. Then for everything, all the rest for everything is all there. Whatever in Mauritius. No facilities. Very easy. You can get everything easily. Not that difficult. Yeah? Then you come to Vrindavan to come and rent with quality room to stay. No light. No easy. No light, no water, no road. All vegetables are plastic. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Yes. But with that, the sweetness you get here, you will not get it in an opponent's house. That is the difference. What you get here, you cannot get it anywhere. The Jamuna in Mauritius. Get it? That is the difference. That is the difference. Yes, that is the difference. So the so-called opulence, it is nothing, it is zero. That is zero, it is punishment. This is real life. Nothing is real life. Because this gives the heart the satisfaction the soul has been searching for lifetimes. This way you get it. Therefore, the austerity worth taking seriously. Austerity should be taken seriously. Yes, seriously. Because the reward has no equal. Nothing can be compared to it. People in Mauritius, I was telling Timothy's last year, you see, if you want to take some austerity, purify the sin, and you have to leave your country and travel to Vrindavan or Mayapur, show your austerity or travel to holy places. But we came to Mauritius and cause all of you come together to do austerity. You have to leave your family early, you have to go and do japa, you have to learn to do this, you have to learn to do this. So, austerity has come to meet you in your own house. Right? To make advancement. That is a blessing, a proper and bestowed on us. But someone may object, Krishna Lila is like a poisonous mixture of sugarcane juice and powdered seed of the Dhira plant. Krishna consciousness is what? Krishna Lila is poison mixed with sugarcane. Yes. The speaker of Krishna pastime is a murderer in the dress of a saint. Is it true? Is it not true?
Yes.
Yes. The Puranas are nets. The speaker may be seen wandering from forest to forest, where the Puranas talk under his arm. Yes, and others are the makers of this net, which teach you that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimati Ratani replied, for this reason, Krishna has accepted the role of the Supreme Thinking. Just like the gopis, I will make all people fall into the ocean of suffering. Indeed, seeing others suffering is Krishna's only happiness. As a result, Krishna must bear the consequence of giving such misery to others, not beings and other sages, but Krishna. As we can see, there are thousands of implications in this verse. True condemnation rather is indirectly praising Krishna and thus establishing this super excellence of Sudha Bhakti. Super excellent Sudha Bhakti. Pure devotional service. By mentioning the example of the birds, Radha shows that it is appropriate to leave Krishna because he inflicts pain on innocent people. Such remorseful statement constitute Abhijalpa. We are talking about Abhijalpa. Yes. Abhijalpa. Defined by Swami. When a lover indirectly states what he removes that her beloved is fit to be given up because he's so cruel that touches even the innocent birds. Such speech is called Abhijalpa. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comments? Questions? What do you think? What do you think? Yes.
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you. This we are discussing is extreme something where we are just tasting the nectar, basically, leaving the entire material world, not concerning about what we have in possession as of now, in families or wealth or like opulences and all. But today's world, if somebody is got that, wanted to have that taste, and he leaves, there will be problems for him in his life, like the family may complain to police and all those things. They'll start searching for you. And so, if really someone is interested, how we should go about it?
Very good question. If anyone does like this, and a family member brought police or rescue and you arrested and taken home, means you don't have genuine interest. Means you don't have genuine interest. I have seen it practically. 2004, I was in Chopati, and I saw one day a notice board. One devotee's name, he was Air Force before he joined Christian consciousness. And I saw another devotee. His parents are doctor, and the parents trained him to be a doctor to take over his clinic. So they joined the temple. The parents became very angry, and they came to the temple. His Holiness Brother Maharaj asked them to go. He didn't have a descendant on the two devotees. He asked them they should go to the parents. So they left with the parents. After 2 days, they came back to the temple. And the parents didn't come back into the temple. The parents didn't come back again to the temple. It came with police. In Nigeria, I have one experience. This one, his father is a military man. Military. Near Koshori. Sunaka. His father is military. So he came to the temple with Swami. So, what to do? So go. So he took the boy, took him to his house, and he got a very powerful mystic who prepared some medicine and gave to him. After he drank it, no more Christian consciousness. Finished. So he believed very that this man is very powerful. So the boy drank the whole medicine in his presence. So he was very confident. Yes, everything is finished. So he went to his office. Before he came back, the boy had come back to him. He didn't come back again. He didn't come back. The medicine I gave to my son is powerful to change him. And since he didn't change, means that what is going to let go. He didn't come back to the temple till today. So anyone who is parent, take them and they go. The interest in Christian culture is not strong. I have evidence. have caught both in Africa, both in India, but I have seen directly. Not whether that tells me this one I have direct experience. Okay, I can mention it. Interpreting is going to Vrindavan. And sister second floor, sister second.
Nashik. Nashik.
Yes, nice and Nasi. That is not in Nasi. That is in church. Yes, call me. It's evidence. So anything which is there, it is not the instrument. We are responsible. We shouldn't forget. Where does Krishna stay? Where does he stay? Krishna. Where does he stay? In their heart. So he knows what to say, not what to say. He knows the full side. He will respond to it.
Some clarification. Is it that they have some Krishna consciousness which is not complete and there are some responsibilities about the family, or the family has some attachment to the son, they're invested in his studies or in all those things, that they want some return from the son, like they should take care of
Christian
the
consciousness is not true. Their desire in Christian consciousness is not true. Whatever may be the reason, it is secondary. Primary thing is that Christian consciousness, their determination is not true. Fixed. Then it will come in different ways.
When you were mentioning on the same point that when everybody were to go to Krishna, they would forget everything, and such risks or such things were bona fide. We often see in our closest dealings in our case, we see it with our spiritual masters or for services in the temple. So sometimes a desire comes in our heart that, okay, I should leave everything, go and serve. But we hear that unless we reach that state, we shouldn't artificially be doing certain things. So is it okay to suppress such feelings where we just go on?
Suppression is not good. Suppression is not good. It will react. We should do it nicely. They will be happy.
In some cases,
Yeah, go ahead.
in some cases we see that people don't suppress, they go ahead and doing, but the family members feel neglected or they feel that I didn't get enough care. So, but the services are very pleasing to the spiritual master. So how do we see that?
If it is pleasing, that is all we need. If it is pleasing, then that is good. If it is not pleasing, then it is not good. This way we see the satisfaction of the spiritual master is the success of life. Displeasure, it is disaster. So pleasing and success.
But regarding this Gurudev, I just want some clarification that if speaking to a spiritual master, he is happy about it, but there is some grudge against that person with his family members, that oh, my son or my husband or so and so has gone, he is useless, he doesn't take care of him. So will that thing will also affect his bhakti?
That is why it is a song of the daughter that I should go and settle that. I did, when I saw it on the board one day. So I pushed the devotee to let them understand something which they don't understand. So I asked the devotee, I see Maharaj allowed the devotee to, he sent the devotee has come and he sent the devotee back. What is it? He didn't protect the devotee. The devotee was afraid. Because you give any answer, you be a blasphemy to the spiritual master. They look at, why this man has this kind of question? They have no answer. And I told them, this is the intelligence of the spiritual master. Then they became relieved because the question was the question very high. They don't they're looking at me. Because the mind was like, oh, is Platinum good? Could I ask him to go? And I told him that this is the intelligence of the spiritual master. The spiritual master did not say, no, you should stay here. This is Maya. He didn't say that. He told them, go. In this way, he had defended the movement. The devotees went, that is their right now, to settle it and come back on their own. And that's what happened. When they went with the parents and came back, they didn't come back again to parents. When Abraham would have said, no, you should stay, they were a problem. So he's intelligent. So he said, now you should show whether you want to be a devotee or not. That is your problem. It's a test for you. Go and demonstrate it. So the devotee became like, yes, that's correct. So we should go and settle it and come back. So whatever they do, it will not go to the movement, it will not go to this person. You will handle it intelligently. And if you have done that, you also be protected. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Today I saw that many deities were dressed in orange, white and green color, like Indian tricolor. So just wanted to understand that, is that okay, or is that like an example of bodily consciousness, identifying with the country? Many Indian people many people are dressing their deities in that color.
Because independence. What is independence? And not independence, it is illusion. So it is material. Doesn't make sense. Independence is a pure devotees. No concoction. Yes, last question.
Hare Krishna. From your lecture today, after hearing the devotees comment Ramchandra, I am just getting a different kind of feeling. I want to just share with you if it is right. Like when I am thinking that when a devotee gets Krishna, and you are mentioning that he is very hard-hearted, or like a viewed, he becomes mad. But when I see in Shastra, they are so loving, so caring. When they are more renounced, the more renounced they are, the more mad they are, the more they are bird-minded. The very wonderful they have duties. Even the 6 Goswamis, we hear their character. Even I was thinking about you, your gate opens at morning 2 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Complete open for everybody. So I was just thinking that we think that I'm not doing I am hurting others, or I'm not pleasing others on the name of pleasing Krishna or the name of pleasing Guru. But I see in scripture it is completely opposite. When we are getting Krishna and Guru, we are becoming lover of everyone, and everybody loves us. This is I'm thinking about.
Yes, if we please Krishna, everybody will become pleased. Everybody. This is Adijalpa. This is a video. It's indirect glorification. It's not condemnation. Yes, our business is to please Krishna. And if you please Krishna, everybody will be satisfied. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you.
Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai.